Good morning everyone.
Welcome back.
We have a bit of rain this morning.
Gloomy day.
Yes.
Very light.
Very light rain.
Visible about half a millimetre, 0.5 millimetre, which is immeasurable in inches, I think.
Tilly doesn't like it, she doesn't want to go for a walk.
No. So we can't really do anything outside, or whatever, we're not inclined to be honest.
No.
So I think we're going to get this board sorted out. If you saw the last video, we fitted it to the wall. It's going to house all the electric stuff for our new solar system for the bar. So we may as well use the time constructively inside and do that.
Yes. Welcome to Finca Live. We're Sharon and Andy, just two people with a dream and a vision of restoring our traditional stone-built farmhouse in southern Spain, transforming it into a beautiful off-grid home and sharing our journey with you.
It's quite dim in here. We appreciate the camera doesn't focus that well in grim, dim conditions. We don't know why, we don't know what to do about it. It's not our field of speciality. But anyway, so this is our board. Recap, we've got our inverter, 24 volts to 230 volts inverter. This is going to be the master breaker for the electrical system that's coming off it. This is our DC breaker coming from the panels. This is our charge controller, and that's the controller for the charge controller. This charge controller, you can't program it for lithium batteries through the interface. You've either got to do it through a computer or through this little thing that we've got there. So what I want to do is get this stuff all mounted on the board, so all the cables run behind you. If you remember, we spaced this away from the wall to leave a gap, so everything runs behind, so it just pops out. It's all nice and neat and sort of just looks neat and finished and good. So where to start? Right, so the inverter is the heaviest thing. It hangs off two hooks at the top. What I've done, I've put a block of wood behind where the fixings are going to go. I think I'm just going to position these fixings, then we can take it off to actually mount the board, because I say it's quite a weight in that. So I've got a piece of timber underneath corresponding to where the holes go. I'm just going to put some big screws through, and that'll fix that. There's another screw that goes in the bottom, but that'll go in after. So find some screws. So I'm just going to measure this, make sure it's square, so everything's nice and straight. That's it. And pop a couple of screws in. So the screws are in, so when we come to fit this, basically it'll just lift off, and all we've got to do is hook it onto the screws, drop it in place, nip them down, put another one in the bottom, but it means I can get the wiring where I want it now. Right, so with that in, we've raised the board up. We can raise it up even more if we want to, so I can get my arms underneath to run wires and stuff where we want them to go. Fine, so what should we do first? I don't know. DC, I think. First one I'm going to fix is the DC breaker box. The DC cables are coming from the roof, which is going to be up here. They're going to try and get them underneath here, pop them up through here, into this breaker, out the breaker, back down through there, and then they're going to go into the, whichever the panel symbol is on there. I think it's this side, is it? So they'll be outside. They're just going to just see them briefly at the bottom here. I think I'll get to that in a minute. So we'll get this fixed and make a hole through for the cables. Right, so I've got this fixed in place. What I want to do, this is the battery side. I'm going to put a little fuse in there so I can isolate the batteries from this. We can't have too many fuses really. And then the same, so the solar panel coming in has got its fuse breaker there, and the power coming out to the batteries has got another breaker there. So we're going to stick that there. I'm going to wire that into the pos. The negative and positive we'll have to do because the batteries are going to be quite a way away later, but we can at least get that done. Righto, so that one's in. That's the fuse on the pos that's going to go to the battery from the charger. The negative will just come in here when we've got the battery in. Next I want to do the DC from the panels. They're going to this side. They're coming from the roof, like I said, so I want to make a hole in the back of this so they can come up and go into me top of me breaker there, and then make a hole through the bottom of that there so they can go out and pop up somewhere here to run into there. These are the cables in question, so I'll get that done next. So just checking me cables are going to come through. These are going to come from the panels, go into the top of there nicely. I'll need the same one now all through there, popping up over there, so we can actually get these cables in place. Right, so I'm just going to shove these through here. I've bared one end, but I've not bared the end I'm shoving through, because if you shove through bared ends, they tend to splay. So, get this one done. Right, then these come up through here. Get them the right way around. There we go. And then I'll now cut these off, and they'll go into there. Cut these, bare the ends, and they'll go straight into the relative connections there. Right, okay, so there, and I'm just sticking the cord grip back on so it doesn't get lost. We won't want to lose it. Right, so next we've got our case mounted for our control unit. RJ45 cables through. That goes into the back of there, and like that, basically. The front just goes on. Like so, a couple of screws in there, and this one then goes into the connectors there. Obviously, I'm going to need another hole for it to come through, and then it'll need coiling up underneath because there's lots of it. Righto, that's in, nice and neat. Next for the AC, I've got this big thick 6mm square cable. It's an absolute pain to work with. I've done that end, that'll go into the inverter. I want to see, it's all I've got. It's what I actually wired the generator up with ages ago, but I'd rather use this and a thinner one because of the potential output of this. So this has got, they're going there. These are going to sort of run round the back, and hopefully I've got enough to come into my box here. We'll not fix the box yet because we don't know where it's going to go. So we'll get some more holes made and get this in and see where it brings us. So I'm going to get these in the inverter first. They just fit with a bit of a wiggle. And then I'm going to drill my hole through. Come on, in we go. Slowly. That's it. There we go. Tighten them up. Right, so slight change of plan. This is going on. It's going to be in the fixed in place. There's such a job getting that wire through there. It's so tough. It's up underneath now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to lift it up, and then we're going to put a hole through to give us enough to get the wires into this. The wires have got to come in the top of this, into the top of the breaker and top of the RCD. So I'll just see if I can lift it up, move it out of the way, and then give us a better chance to work on it. That's it, come on. There we go. How's that look? Right, so looking at the back, I've got it. This is that big cable. Got to get that through, given about that much sticking through. So I'll work that out in a minute. And the other cable here, I'm going to just tie that up neatly, so it's out of the way. But now you can see why I wanted that space behind it, for somewhere for all these cables to go. There's more to go in yet. Right, so big cables through. We've had to make some makeshift brackets it's that strong, just to bend it down and hold it in place. But we can carry on and look at the front again now. Right, we're getting there slowly. Right, so he's going to sit on there like that. They'll go into me breaker. They're going to have to be bent some, I think, with a bit of brute force. They'll go in. The earth is going to have to be joined in separately, because it'll go to our rod that we had to hammer in with the jackhammer the other day. So I can bear these back now and get them into my RCD. That's not my RCD, that's my RCD. They go into the RCD first, then they come out, power comes out the bottom of the RCD into the top of this one, and then from the bottom of there goes off to feed everything else. Right, so I've had to strip that back a bit more, cut them down to length. They'll go into my RCD, which is here. I've got my earth block on. All the earths will then, the earth coming from my rod, the earth from this, and this is the earth from this one, they'll all go into that. And plus the earth from me feed off as well. So all I've got to do now is strip the ends of these back and get this breaker in place, and it'll be happy days. Right, we're about done for today. I am anyway. All I've got to do now is wire out any power we want, sockets, etc. Plus the armoured cable that I put up there in the workshop to run through to there will come off this one here, and sockets for in the bar area as well. And then the earth from this, earth from our earth rod that we put in. What I'll do, I'll run these through, and I'm going to just wire them in together into the same connection thing. So for now, it'll do. I'm just going to put the tops on so we don't lose any of the screws or anything, and pick it up in a bit. Right, okay, so what have we got? This isn't a lesson, by the way. There's lots to work out, amperages being the key one, which leads to cable sizing, size of breakers, etc. If you don't know what you're doing, please don't do anything like this, because not only can it cause fire, it can also cause death. So there's my disclaimer. So what we've got, this is the breaker, the current breaker for the solar panels, which are going to be up there supplying the power. All the power comes from them. They come to this is to protect from overcurrent should anything occur from the panels. From there, the DC is fed into the charge controller, which is this one here, which does all the magic and then charges the batteries. I've still got the negative lead on the batteries missing yet, because we've not got a battery in place. That current is protected by another breaker there. Should anything happen between the battery and there, that'll kill it. You can also switch these off as well manually to isolate various parts of the system. This is just a programmer controller to program that. So from there, that goes down to the batteries. Through the batteries are charged from that and supply the power to the inverter, which is this. It's actually a charge inverter, but the charging part of it doesn't work, but the inverter bit still does. That's fed from the batteries through two large cables that will come in here. This does its magic, converting it from 24 volts in our case to 230 volts, which is then supplied via this cable here. That runs up into an RCD, a residual current device. I think they call them GCFIs in other parts of the world. What that does basically, it measures the current on both cables, and if there's a difference of 30 milliamps, it'll trip it and cut off the power, i.e. if you get a short somewhere or it shorts to you. The main reason for the earth is that it won't if you get a fault like a case of a toaster for anything that's live, if it doesn't have an earth on it, then it won't be detected by the RCD, because the current will still stay the same on both the cables even though the case is live until you touch it. Then you become the earth, which isn't good for you. So it's best that we have an earth on them as well. Anything you need to know on this, there's loads of information available. I say consult an electrician if you're not sure. So from there, that then feeds this normal MCB, a mini circuit breaker. And what I've done, I've taken the power off that, put it into a junction box here with my 3 connectors on Wago sockets. So then from there I can now easily connect anything that I want to connect. The reason this is offset here is because I've got that big thick armoured cable that's going to be feeding into the workshop, and I'm hoping is going to run neatly down this gap here. So that's ready to go on the wall. There's a bit more we need to do. This is my earth, by the way, they're all connected. That'll run to my earth rod. I can pop that back on for now. And Chris himself on the KSI has kindly offered to come over this afternoon to assist me to get this on the wall and get the panels on the roof, because it's quite an hefty lump and Sharon's only got one arm at the minute. Right, well, Chris is here.
Yes.
We've had a quick discussion.
We have, yeah.
I think we're both overdressed.
I think we are for
really warm.
Yeah.
It's not too windy at the minute. We are prone to gusts of wind here, so we've had a decision. We're going to put the solar panels up here first. Yeah? You
Yes.
happy with that?
Yeah.
Right, let's go and get them then. Right, so the first one is in position. I've connected the negative, which is the black wire there. The positive, when the next panel goes up, you can just see it there, the positive cable will connect to the negative of the next panel, so the wiring in series. So I think we'll get this screwed in place though first. Right, I'm just going to pop a clamp on here, and the same on the other side. That's it. Well, I might not be doing because it won't go in. It might go there. Best laid plans and all that. Right, eventually we've got a clamp on it. I'll just do the other side. Just going to put some self-drilling screws right through to hold it in place. Hopefully. There we go. It's warm. What we're going to do with this one, we're going to put a weather strip down this side where it meets that panel, so hopefully stop any water coming in, so we'll have a totally waterproof barbecue, because we have been caught out a couple of times in the rain. That'll do. If you can hold that, sir.
Yep.
I'll do some sticking. The secret with this stuff is not to stretch it when you put it on. As I learned from the past. Move it into position.
Yeah. Got it there.
You got it?
Yeah.
You got it? You want it?
Yeah.
That's how it was going. That's it. Bit more to you if you can. That's it.
Oh, well, just, yeah.
That's it. Up again and repeat.
Yeah. Okay, when you're ready.
I think so. Just balancing out on these. So what I'm going to have to do, pass it up, then I need to stand on its edge to connect up this connector to that connector.
Yeah.
Assuming we've got it the right way around and put the seal on the right side. Right, go for it, mate. Get that belly working again.
I got my knee first.
I've got it here, son.
Right, there you go. Right, hang on a sec. That's it, it's free.
Lovely.
There you go.
Hold it there. I'll just come this way a bit.
Just what you got there? Oh, you got it. That's not really. I've just grabbed the steps.
Okay. Whew. If you can hold it there, mate, I can plug it in from here now.
Alright. I
I
can't lean it.
can lean it on me a bit.
Yeah.
Just stop the bottom from popping out.
Yeah.
Just plug it in. Plug as you go, eh? Right. It's in. Super. Whew. I need to get this piece of wood out as well now. If we can just lower it down now.
Right, I'm going to get my fingers out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's come to me a little bit at the bottom.
Can you lift it up on top of that for now? That's it. Down there.
Okay.
Just need to pull these wires through now.
That's as far as that one goes.
That one's alright, that can go back underneath, no problem.
Okay.
Right. Slide it up to it.
Right. You're there on this side.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you slide this plank out now?
Yeah.
Should just slide it right out. I've got the panel if you want to.
Yeah. Okay then. I'll just push it back a little bit. I'll come down the steps. I'm not going to go over to the steps.
Free the board. Right. Okay. Right. Smashing. That's it. This side. It's in. Right, we've got a little bit of sag in the middle. That's kind of expected. We've packed it up for now. We're going to put the screw in. If not, I can put a little packer in, and the same on the other side. But we'll get this one fixed in first. I'm not even going to measure it, I'm just going to guess it. Some weight on it. There we go, 2 panels up here, a solid roof. That looks pretty good. So now I need to come in here and get this board on the wall. We did have a dog lying in the doorway. Now it's decided to lie inside. Oh dear, you don't make things easy till. Come on girl, we'll have to move you.
You direct where you want to be.
Just sit it on there. Right, so all I need to do in preparation is get these 2 wires through this hole here. These are coming from the solar panels. There we go. Right. Now I just need to lift it up.
What about this ground?
That,
Does that want to be this one?
chuck it on that side of there. That'll be alright. That's it. That's it.
I didn't want it to be in the wrong place.
No, it'll be alright.
Again.
You know, this is first and last.
Okay, yeah. Alright, on this side.
I can't see.
Up your
That's it, we're in. Push it back. There we go. I put some nuts on it. And now we just tighten them down. Right, okay, so we got the board securely mounted to the wall. I've just connected up the solar supply. One of the myths about electricity is that it's pushed down. It isn't. It's the devices, appliances only take what they need from just the system, so think of it as potential. When we connect the solar panels, again, I've seen people cover panels to connect them in the full sun. If the supply is off, there's nowhere for it to go, so there's no electricity as such, so you can connect them in full sun. Do not, however, connect solar panels with any kind of load on them, because you can pop them. So I've got my isolator in, my wires are in, they go up to the panels on the roof. It's off. I'm going to put the cover on now. That bit's done. I'm under pressure today. I want to try and get this done for this video, at least from a temporary supply point of view. Chris has kindly offered to come back and help me get this final panel on this roof. So I've got a lot to do Right, so I'm getting this figured out slowly. What I'm going to do, I'm going to fix this to the wall. I'm literally just going to spray foam it to the wall. It's bored under here. There's going to be shelves to be sorted out here after. But for now, this will be good. I can put a socket, temporary or otherwise, on the front there. My big isolator switch for the batteries, which is that one there. You can see that. Will go on the end there. And I'm going to have to put a little block under this to lift this up a bit for my cables to come up for the battery charger. But we'll deal with that in a minute. The first thing though, get this stuck to the wall. I can carry on with other things while it goes off. I can get it out. It should do. There we go. See what we can do with this. Oh, it's going, that's good. Going to put plenty on. If any comes off, I can always trim it off after. More at this end because there's a bigger gap. Sticks amazingly well, this stuff does. Right, so we can get it in. There we go. Shove that under there, get him where we want him, and then we're just going to put a rock, which I've got handily lying on the floor down here, against it, just to support it there. Super. Right, we can let that go off now. Right, that was easy. I've got a nice little hole cut that I've cut out that spaces that out perfectly. Next, while I'm waiting for that to go off, I want to get this earth on here. I've got a big clamp for it. There's going to be a shelf going all the way across here, so all these cables will be hidden out of there. So I'll get that done next. There we go, that's the earth rod clamped. We have an earth. Right, also the battery's going to sit down here, and we'll probably put a level base down for it one day. It's got a rock on top of it so it doesn't move. The isolator switch is going to go on the wall about there, and then this will go up to the inverter. But both of these I need to put crimp some connectors on the end, so I'll get that done first. Right, also we've got our connector and our magic crimping tool. It's alright. He goes in here. Not easy on a long bit like this. That sits in there like that. The wire pushes in. Get him right in. Let me give him a whack. Like that. There we go. Crimped. Right, I need to do the earth at the negative as well. Right, I'm just going to put a bit of heat shrink over these, just to stop any incidences. It's not easy stuff to work with. There we go. Lovely. Excellent. It's better, isn't it? Right, so my next job is to get this battery isolator. That didn't go in very well, did it? In the wall. I managed to drill 2 holes in it. It's going down here now, not up there. And then I need to do the wires for the charger. So I'll get this on the wall. Need the back box as well. Best laid plans. Screws are on the big side, but better big than not. Okay, try that one first. okay, that's in. It's upside down, but we're not bothered. We can still understand it. I can't be bothered switching the contacts around and turning it over. So that'll go onto my pause. That'll go into the inverter up there. And then, yeah, we can get the other ones in. Okay, so that's connected. I can now connect to the battery. I've connected the neg. Because all our isolators are switched off, nothing can happen when I connect the battery because there's no power can come through it. But it'll be one bit done. I think all that remains then is to put a socket, a 240 socket in the centre there, and we can fire it up. We can fire it up without the solar panels. It'll still work, and then I can just switch them on when they're connected in a bit. Right, so we're all done. All I need to do now is set the parameters in this for this type of battery, because last time it was set up for lead acid. So the sequence of events is we turn on the battery power, then we turn on the inverter. It's actually quite a noisy one with the door shut and the front on and the wall built in. It should be alright, hopefully. Then we can turn on the controller, which we don't need at the minute because there's nothing to control. If we had panels, we could then turn on the switch on the panels. Takes a while for that to sort itself out. And then for the power, got to test it, the old big drill. We need to turn on the breakers, the RCD, then the main breaker. That goes in there and we have power.
Yay.
Fantastic. So I need to get this set up now, get it all configured before we activate the solar panel, which isn't even on the roof yet. And then, yeah, so next job, I think Chris is coming over, we'll try and get this panel up here. The next job is to cut the supports for the final panel. I'm going to cut them slightly wider than the panel so I can get a fixing in each end. So I'll do that now. Got an hole in one end already. I just need to drill a hole in the other end to bolt it down with. Right, okay, I might have made a faux pas there. I need these holes to correspond to the ridges in the roof, I think, so I'll just go and check it. Right, take 2. I've marked where the holes want to be now, so I'll do them again. Tired now, you see, getting tired. It should go at the edge and the rim of the panel should fit inside them. So, get them done. Right, we get a lot of comments about this being asbestos. Is it asbestos? No, it's not asbestos. It's cement fibre board and it's as hard as steel. So I'm going to try a steel bit on it. We'll get through one way or another. There we go. That's the way to do it. I'll get the other side done. Right, that one's done. We're actually going to fix the other one to the panel. Then we can lift the panel up, lower it down with the bolts poking through. Mark where the bolts are going to go, ease it up, drill them, drop them through, bolts underneath. That's the plan.
Right, that's easy.
Alright. Shut the gate.
Yep. I know, it's another thing, it's another one.
Should we go this way?
Yep.
Go right there. And that's the big base down on there, on the big table. Anyway. Yeah, I'll do. Cool. Just got to sit down on the job. Excellent. One. Cool. And the other one. Okay, mate.
Right, tell me when you're in position.
I'm ready, I think. Ready to ever be.
Right, hang on. I can't, that's it. I can see now.
Get a bit closer to the end.
No, it's fine, I just need to...
That's it. Okay. Just watch them wires, mate. Can you see them there now? That's lovely. We can rest it in that.
Hang on a sec. That's that wire. And that other wire's not going to be trapped. Do you want me to get these steps now and I can give it a push?
Yeah, if you can sit it in that thing, then that'll hold it, won't it?
Yeah.
And then I can plug it in.
Right, that wire's free, but that wire is underneath.
I'll get that in a
And that
second,
way.
yeah. Just drop it onto the back. That's it. That's it. Lovely. Look at that. Right. I need to plug them in now. It's not going to be easy, is it?
I can't really help you from...
It's alright, I just got it.
Okay.
Slow it down.
Stopping it from moving side to side.
Yeah, if you can just stop it whizzing off.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, no, it's not going to come this way and it's not going to go side to side now,
that
is it?
should be the pulse. That works. That's it. Easy.
Usual.
We'll sort these out later. Then. Yeah. Glad I left these tiles off actually.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have been able to do that. Right, I'll just see if I can mark. Oh, great. I've got no room now.
You don't even less me if I was up there helping you.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm not sure how much left and right you've got from where we are.
Looks pretty good as it is actually.
Okay.
In fact, I don't need the block of wood. I can just mark them. I will need the block of wood to drill them, won't I?
Yeah.
Draw a circle around the bolts. And then see if we can drill a hole.
That's good balancing. It's not going to go anyway.
You got it, mate, yeah? Sure?
Yep, 100%. And it's not.
Right.
There we go.
Finca like top tip. Pushing on ladders. Turn them that way. You don't push yourself over then. I shall demonstrate. Go on. Thank you, mate. Last one, and then we're done, bar a bit of tidying up and stuff.
Well, it's in.
Wonderful, it's working.
Yes.
It charges the panels that charging the battery, which is powering the socket. All we've
It's
got
a
to
little
do is
bit noisy, but I'm sure it always used to be. It's just that it was in the
Yeah.
workshop before, so we didn't
yeah,
hear
we'll
it
put
so much.
once the door's done, we won't hear it anyway. And
No.
But it is what it is. Fantastic, so we can get at least get our fridge back in there anyway
Yes,
now.
yeah.
And, but it's all closed up for today because it's closed that. Because I've had enough, it's been a long few days actually.
Yeah.
So
Thank you so much, Chris, for helping us out.
Yes, thank you, mate.
I couldn't have done it, not with this, so very much appreciated.
And thanks to you all for watching, and we hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give us a like and consider subscribing to the channel if you've made it this far. You've done well.
Thank you to all our Patreons, everyone that's bought us a
Yes.
coffee or a nice cold beer, and we'll see you next time.
We will.